crashing and burning. The reason why I love this. This is my second bottle, and it's definitely like a little gel. Hey you, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, today I am going to be talking about the vajayjay ecosystem. Things and products that I'm doing to keep her environment, the lotus, the golden lotus, the vajayjay, the yoni, whatever you want to call it, that environment as pH balanced and healthy as possible. Being that I am a person who's dealing with fibroid cyst, low PCOS, hormonal balance, just all of those things, I have recently tried some new things in the last 2 to 3 years that I definitely want to share with you guys. So if you want to know what those things are and what I've been doing, keep watching. Okay, quick disclaimer, I'm not a PhD doctoring anything. I'm not a holistic professional or anything. The things that I'm going to be discussing and sharing are things that I've even personally tried myself due to research, asking my doctor, asking my also holistic doctor as well, and just doing like my due diligence in my own way and dealing with things and just like testing and trying, going through trial and error is really what you have to do, because there's not a per se 100% one size fits all solution for things. You really have to take into account your body chemistry, your genetics, your environment, your diet, your stress level, and your partner. Yes, your sexual partner, whoever that is, male, female, whatever it is. We're going to talk about that too. So you have to take all of those things into account when you're trying to maintain your vajayjay, your lotus, your goddess, your yoni healthy environment. So yeah, second disclaimer is, if this is triggering for you or too much TMI or whatever, this is not the video for you. So go ahead and click off. You should know that by the title. I'm warning you now, just go ahead and click off. This is for us to open this dialogue, to share. Medicine has changed, technology has changed, information has changed. It's come a long way in the last 20, let alone 30 years. So we have an opportunity to openly discuss. If you come from a culture or a family or environment where you couldn't, we can do that here, or we can just find out new things. I might introduce you to some things that you don't know, and then you are more than welcome. I always say, let me know things down in the comments down below. So that is what this is all about. This is coming from my personal experience and just like talking to other women who's dealt with this or things like that. So I don't want to make this video any much longer with this intro. I just want to make those disclaimers right up front before we get started. Now let's get into it. Okay, before I introduce you to some of the products that I have here, I just want to talk about the non-product or internal things that you have to take or use externally. I want to talk about your partner first, because whoever you are sexually involved with can play a role in your lotus, vajayjay, yoni environment health. So basically hygiene. We know hygiene is everything. Keeping yourself clean, sanitized in a sense as best as possible is important. So your members, his or her member, has to be clean and healthy and STD, STI free, pH balance free, as healthy as possible. So you definitely want to make sure those things are all good. But also other things that we don't think about, living our best lives, being in the moment, being all in love and like that, is about kind of other tools and things that we use to enjoy ourselves. And that can, number one is our hands, be it our own hands or our significant other's hands. We want to make sure these are clean. Not just this, but you gotta get under the nail. Okay, we gotta get under the nails. And I know more so guys than girls is something we really have to worry about, but we got to get the hands, the fingernails, and up under the fingernails clean, sanitized, groomed. You don't want jagged nails on your significant other, let alone you going up in there scratching, contaminating those things. So like, that's something, as much as you don't think about or care, especially when you can get hot and bothered in a moment and you're just going for it, you have to kind of think of that, especially when you are a woman who is more susceptible to those BVs, yeast infections, urinary tract infections, and those type of things. You kind of have to be like, babe, I know we hot, but maybe, you know, it could be really those things like you're out at the park, at lunch, dinner, in the mall, whatever, at a house party, and you just ready to go to town. But you got to think, what have you been touching that whole time? What have you been touching and eating? Handles, doorknobs, chairs, beer bottles, wine glasses, whatever, the car doors, the restaurant doors, all of those things. And you go into the bathroom, you go into your car, you go into the bedroom, you go wherever, and if that person or you goes there, all of that is going inside of you. I just want to like make that real. It's just a real thing, and all it takes is just the introduction of a foreign bacteria, and your body has to go ham to fight it, to cleanse it, to remove it, and it can just throw off our pH balance and cause a whole cycle of things. And that one thing can start a whole process that can last sometimes for years for a lot of women. So as much as we like to just want to have fun, sometimes when it comes to that, we have to take a quick pause. Can I get 1 minute, 2 minutes? You need at least one to wash your hands properly and kind of cleanse the fingers. The second thing I want to talk about is toys. Yes, toys. How you keep them clean, how you storage them, things you use with them also is very important. Keeping those things sanitized, keeping those things clean and healthy, using lubricants and things like that is specially formulated for our environment or anybody else's environment. That includes dildos, strap-ons, whatever else you choose to use. We want to make sure that our toys and pleasure things are sanitized and healthy and kept in a good environment for us. And make sure you sterilize those things and use them first. Again, I know we can get hot and bothered in a moment, but as a woman, as much as we have so much to deal with already with our hormonal changes and our bodies going through it, to take 2 to 3 minutes to wash, clean, sanitize those things. Hopefully your significant other respects you and loves you and can understand that, and hopefully you guys still have so much chemistry that those 2 or 3 minutes don't throw off you having a healthy body, right? And the next thing is your mouth. You know, the tongue, the lips, those things. We also want to keep those things healthy and clean, and when we're using those in those areas, they need to be healthy and clean as well, because you can introduce any type of STD, STI, bacteria of any kind into that area as well. Sexual transmitted disease through oral is a real thing, so let's think about that as well. So I wanted to get that whole situation out the way first before we get into products and all of those wonderful things. All right, let's move along. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is what we can do, I guess, internally to help keep that pH balance together, help our body detox itself, cleanse the area, cleanse the vajayjay, the yoni, the lotus, whatever you want to call it. The first and number one thing, you've heard about it, this is a one size fits all. I think one main solution for everybody, male, female. You want to just cleanse your body, period. If you want to help your organs do what they do best, to help move things along and detox your system, to cleanse out all bacteria and gunk and just all of that, is drinking H2O. I just have my water bottle here, but you want to at least do a liter. You should really do what your body weight requires of you. So for me, I need a minimum of 2 liters to flush my body based on my weight. So you should definitely do a water to weight ratio. I will have a link where you can calculate that in the description box down below, but you definitely want to drink your water. I personally would recommend fresh spring water, or alkaline water is the best if you haven't heard already, or if you can get a purifier or something like that. have a pitcher purifier or have something installed in your kitchen sink or wherever you like to get your water from, you can do that as well. But there's nothing better than just water. Our body is made up of water, so it needs water to properly function and do everything that it needs to also keep our vajayjay area lubricated the way it needs. So all of that helps and contributes to a healthy environment in that area. So water, 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 okay? The next thing is also, I'm going to talk about a few foods that I believe you can eat if you're not allergic to them or if it's a dietary issue for you. Cranberries. We know that cranberry, I know you heard about cranberry juice, but you can eat cranberries. You can incorporate them into your salads or a meal in some type of way. You want to make sure you have less sugar as possible when consuming this, because if you don't know, sugar and carbs are the highest contribution to like yeast infections and things like that in that area. So, you know, having a less high sugar diet is good, and less carbs, less processed carbs is also good. There are some fruits that are very, very high in sugar, but if you do everything in moderation, that is your best friend. Moderation is your best friend with everything. But cranberries, cranberries, cranberries. And if you don't want to eat them, you can also drink them. And I mean pure cranberry juice, which has a kind of tart, bitter taste. Not ocean spray that has high fructose corn syrup or sugar syrup or anything like that. You just want 100% pure cranberry juice. And if you can't drink it because it is a little bitter, if you do drink it a while, you kind of get used to the taste. You can always blend it with a nice cold press or fresh juice, again with no added corn syrup or sugar. My favorite blend sometimes is like pure pineapple juice and cranberry juice is a good mix. I even can sometimes do it with carrot juice and cranberry juice. If you want to add a little lemon flavor in there, a lime flavor in there, you can. You could do beet juice if you're a person that likes beet juice. If you really have to do like anything else, I wouldn't say necessarily do it with orange juice. But if you need a splash of orange juice in there just to get it down, do that. If it needs to be apple juice or whatever juice you choose to use, make sure that is 100% pure. It doesn't have any corn, high fructose syrup, sugar, any additives or anything like that. You want it as natural and as pure as possible. You can use mango juice, you know, papaya juice, all of those other juices if you want. If you want to like dilute it a little bit with a little bit of spring water or alkaline water, you can do that as well. But at least drinking, I think, is 4 ounces a day will be a great way to get that in your system. So that is one of those, like, it helps. This cranberry helps with your urinary tract infection, because that's something that can all happen in that area. Yeast infection sometimes is combined with urinary tract infection and BVV. You get urinary tract infections. It's like it kind of sometimes all goes together sometimes. So just to help maintain that area when it comes to that is a great way of getting that in. The next thing is your pre and probiotics. You would need both. I recommend both, and you can get those in various ways. They have teas, they have pre and probiotics. Again, herbal teas, natural teas, less sugar as processed, less ingredients that are unhealthy. You want as minimal in the ingredients as possible. You could drink kombucha if you want to get your pre and probiotics. Again, I know you've heard of eating yogurt. You want the sugar-free or not the yogurts that has all of these flavors in it. If you want to add something to it, add in your cranberries to your plain yogurt, or you can add in your fresh fruit versus having it like pre-flavored, because usually that's added a lot of sugar to your yogurt. So I definitely would recommend adding a fresh fruit into your yogurt. Cranberries, of course, but you could do pineapples and all those other wonderful type of fruits to your yogurt. But you just want to make sure you incorporated something that you can possibly eat that helps with your area. And we know that yogurt is right up there at the top, and then getting your pre and probiotics in as well. All right, now I'm going to talk about some of the supplements I've been taking in a rush. Okay, so these items are not sponsored, by the way. These are just some that I'm taking. Different brands. I know there's so much coming out for about different companies, different brands when it comes to our vitamins and minerals, that they're not what they think they are. So, you know, the FDA approves a lot of stuff that they shouldn't approve, and we're finding out more and more, and it's unfortunate. So I'm hoping these are still reputable. I haven't heard anything about these particular items that I'm about to show you, but if you do find out anything, please let me know in the description box. I know Nature's Sunshine is supposed to be like one of the ultimate type of brands that you use that's supposed to be 100% guaranteed, but what can you say, we never know with the FDA. Anywho, I digress. Let's go on. This is D-Mannose. It is 500 milligrams, excuse me, healthy urinary tract, cleanses the bladder here. All right, it says take 3 capsules 1 to 3 times daily. Take with water or unsweetened juice, such as unsweetened cranberry juice. Okay, D-Mannose is a natural occurring simple sugar that your body utilizes to help cleanse the urinary tract and maintain a healthy bladder lining. It metabolizes only in small amounts, with excess amount rapidly secreted in your urine, so it won't interfere with your healthy blood sugar regulation. Okay, it says clinical studies have demonstrated that when taken regularly, D-Mannose promotes normal urinary tract function by cleansing and maintaining the health of the bladder lining. So yes, if you suffer from a lot of urinary tract infections, this is something that needs to be just become a part of your lifestyle, your daily thing to take. I recently had a urinary tract infection, and I've never had one. I even asked my mom, like, have I had one when I was younger? She was like, maybe like elementary school. So, and I didn't have it bad, but the little bit I had was like, okay, like, we're going to prevent this. So I'm now going to make sure I try to keep this in my regime, my routine, my supplement collection as much as possible. And even if you don't have chronic UTIs, who doesn't need help cleansing and detoxing their liver and their bladder? Again, this is the area that's connected to the vajayjay, and then you can cross contaminate, wiping, anything like that. So just to keep this, again, that environment healthy is important, and so I recommend this. I've been taking this now for 2 months, and it definitely helped. Before I even actually went to the doctor, I did a urinary UTI test at home, and it was positive, but I grabbed all of these things, I ordered them, and I believe me taking this and a few other things that I'm about to show you helped it from getting worse. So yeah, this is not a cure, this is a maintenance thing. Okay, everything I'm about to show you is maintenance. It helps to prevent if you're doing all of these things that I'm recommending in combination. All right, so it's not a cure. You still need to go to the doctor and get the proper antibiotics or medication that is needed to properly cure the bacteria, whatever you're dealing with. But if you use these all in conjunction and do some of the things that I recommend, I believe it will help to maintain and prevent it. So I recommend this. And then the next one with this, as we know, a vitamin C. Vitamin C helps other minerals and vitamins do what they needed to do. It's like a booster to other minerals and vitamins. So I have the Now brand C500. This is the anti-diox protection with rose hip. I love this. I've been taking this now, it's 2021, maybe 6 years, I believe it is. Absolutely love this. It says vitamin C is an essential nutrient well known for its vital role in the immune system function. It is highly effective antioxidant that can protect the body's structures from oxidizing damage, regenerate normal body metabolism. Vitamin C is also necessary for the proper production of collagen, as in they're important for the skin, bone, joints to be healthy. It is also needed for amino acid metabolism and the utilization of many nutrients such as folic acid and iron. Rosehip, which are natural sources of ascorbic acid, have been included to complement this formula. So yes, I love this. Again, I've been taking this for about 6 years now. I always try to get the vitamin C with the rose hip. I have rose hip, as we do put it on my skin and everything. We know that helps, but vitamin C is just is your friend. If you want to get the powder form, you can definitely taste it. It's kind of citrusy. If like back in the day, if you're early 80s babies, 70 babies, maybe 90s, but definitely like 70s, 80s, and we had those vitamin C tablets, and you can really taste like the citrusness of it. This doesn't have that taste as much as the powder form. I do have the powder form as well. I add it into my smoothies sometimes when I'm adding my other minerals and supplements, again, because it helps with the metabolism and the processing and absorption into my system. So I recommend this. This helps everything else you take do its job in your body. So check out this. I will have these linked down below as well. All right, and we're moving along. Alright, next up is a brand that I have been using now for maybe 12 years. I started around 2009, 10, something like that. But in the last 6 years have been more consistent with it. And that is the AZO brand here. I particularly love the Yeast Plus Dual Relief. I'm not a person that also dealt with a lot of yeast infections. I think I may have had that maybe 2 or 3 times out of my whole life, and I'm 39 at this point. However, I noticed taking this, I only take this right after my cycle. So this is how I take this, okay? I don't do what it recommends here. I found a way that kind of works for me, and it's helped, and I haven't had an issue with it. So I only take this for 2 weeks out of the month, or in between my cycle period. So I'll have my cycle, and the first day I'm not spotting, I take one. I always take these at night. That's when our body does its recovery, repair, restore, regenerate, all of those things, especially between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. It does it. So if you want to take it like early in the morning when you wake up, between 5 and 8, you can take it then as well. But I take it the first day after I'm finished with my cycle, and I take it for those 2 weeks. So a whole week, and then another week, and then nothing. And then my cycle comes on again, and then I start the process over. That's how I take this. It just really helps. This is the dual relief: yeast infection, symptom relief, itching and burning, vaginal symptom relief, occasional odor discharge, just to help maintain. It does have some active ingredients: candida, corrosum, and notrium, and sulfur in here as well. I just have liked this. After I had my first yeast infection, not my first, my last one, which was about 8 years ago, I started using this more consistently. So now I just use it as kind of, again, a maintenance thing for my system, to keep my lotus, my vajayjay, my yoni healthy as possible. It just helps. It has its own candida kind of probiotic things in it, and yeah, if there's any odor, this helps. It assists. It doesn't cure. It doesn't 100% take it away. You can't just take this one time or do one thing and expect it to fix it, especially if there's an actual infection going on. You have to get that treated. Again, this is for maintenance. Now, AZO has definitely come up with a new one that I just saw maybe a month ago. And it actually has a combination of urinary and yeast and healthy vaginal care all combined into one tablet. So I'm definitely gonna check that out and try that one, because it'll do everything. This is just focused on more yeast and just your regular like vaginal issues, such as maybe helping with your discharge and your odor, whereas their new one helps with UTI and all your other vaginal issues that you might have. So I'm very interested in trying that out. You can try some other brands of AZO and see if you like them. Again, it may help to maintain and prevent, but it doesn't cure. So I wanted to talk about that. And then another thing that I have from them, again, when I recently had my UTI, it is help cleanse and protect the AZO Cranberry Urinary Tract Health. This is capsule pills here. All right, it says serving 1 glass of cranberry juice, 25,000 milligrams of cranberry relevant fruit, and plus vitamin C. Again, there goes that vitamin C. Vitamin C is your best friend. If you're taking vitamins, minerals, supplements, anything, please make sure you're adding a high dose, a good dose of vitamin C, because it helps all those minerals and vitamins absorb into your system and metabolize properly. So I have been taking this. I take this again at night. These things I take typically at night to help my body when it's doing its cleansing and repairing for the bladder, the urethra, your liver, all of that other stuff. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that I take. But yes, I love this. I got this from Amazon as well. And yeah, I've been liking this. Try this out. Again, it's just good to maintain and help the area. Okay, whether or not you suffer from it, it doesn't hurt to keep your body flushing and doing what it's created and made to do. Okay, so this next brand I was introduced in the last almost going on 3 months. Again, this is right around when I just had my UTI, and I was definitely doing my research and due diligence, and I definitely wanted to prevent it going forward. And this brand popped out to me. I read other reviews on it and kind of read up on the ingredients and the brand, and I wanted to check it out. And so far I've really been loving it, especially the wash. So before I mention it, I want to give the honorable mention that probably everyone should have heard about by now. I used it up and threw it away, so I don't have it, but that's Honey Pot. You definitely want to check out Honey Pot. You can purchase it at Target or go to their website. All of their products are good. You can find one that's perfect for you. Support the Black business. She is wonderful, and I definitely will recommend them. But sometimes I like to switch things out because our bodies can get used to things and it becomes kind of immune to it. So you definitely need to kind of switch it up every so often. And so I wanted to find one more product that I could use besides that, and I think I found one. So far it's been so good. Like I said, it's almost been a full 3 months and I've been using it, and this is the VH Essentials brand here. You guys can see that. All right, and I have 2 of their products. They have quite a few more, but this one, actually, let me go to this one because we're talking about supplements. This is their Probiotics with Prebiotics and Cranberry, 60 capsules. Cranberry Probiotics Triple Action Formula Feminine Health Dietary Supplement. Here, this is the box. Here, it's a nice box. It comes in a capsule form here, and I have been loving this. It says take 2 capsules daily with a full glass of water for support of the feminine and your urinary health. Do not exceed 2 capsules a day. Again, it has the vitamin C that is needed. Really love this. It has everything in there that you need. You have your prebiotics, you have your probiotics, and you have your cranberry. This is something that AZO has definitely, like I said, come up with as well. So you want to check out their kind of version of this. But I was so excited to see this. This is something, makes it easier so you're not having 1,000 pills to take, which is kind of like what I feel. I feel like I have my own health herbal pharmacy in my house and in my room because I'm taking so many things. But when they can combine things that work together, the vitamin C, the cranberry, the probiotics and prebiotics, helps to minimize a whole bunch of other things. But I have been loving this. This is my 2nd bottle, and I've been enjoying this. If I don't have any issues, I might cancel out my other pills, you know, because this can give me everything that I need. So I would definitely have this link down below. And then when I saw that, I saw this attached to it from Amazon, and it is a feminine wash. So this is the VH Essentials Tea Tree Oil and Prebiotic Natural Feminine Wash, pH Balance, fortified with VH Micro Balance Odor Blocking Blend, Triple Action Formula. Number 1, gently cleanses sensitive intimate areas. Number 2, pH Balance Odor Defense. Number 3, infused with tea tree oil, prebiotics, cranberry, natural extracts, and more for complete feminine health. Contains no parabens, no gluten, artificial colors, artificial dyes, animal byproduct. Oh my God, I was like, yes, 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 let me try. Again, has so much going on, so much they included, and I was so excited. It says the tea tree oil and prebiotic feminine wash delivers all the benefits of protective tea tree oil, nourishing prebiotics, and pH balancing lactate acid and 1 gentle daily wash so you can feel confident when it matters. Directions: apply when clean to a wet cloth, showerproof or hand, and rinse thoroughly. I love this. When you use this, you do not go in the vagina. You should never go into the vajayjay, the lotus, the yoni for nothing. Nothing. Never inside. Never inside. She cleans her own way from the inside out. You never go in to bring stuff out. Never, never, never. You should never, never, never do that. But the external part, the lips, the clothing for the lips, the vulva, all of that stuff, the clit, you can definitely clean. Clean, clean, clean. Yes. So I love this. I definitely love this. I definitely recommend it. It has no scent, no odor. It's definitely like a little gel consistency. I don't know if y'all can see that. You probably can't see that. But I absolutely love this. This is 6 fluid ounces. This was only like $7 or $8, you guys. So I have been loving this. I bought this, like I said, at the end of July, no, not the end of July, end of June, early July, and I'm still using it, and it's almost mid-September. So yeah, I love this. I can see this lasting a good 3 months easy, because a little goes a long way. Okay, you guys, you can usually use like about a dime size or a nickel size of this. That's all you need. Cleanse your little area, rinse it out with some cool water, and you are so good to go. And this is great. Of course, you can carry it with you if you go working out, if you have an overnighter or whatever. This is great. I really, really love this. Check it out. Recommend it for you guys. And yeah, see how you like it. Okay, you guys, that is it. That is all that I have for you, and keeping the Lotus Vajayjay environment healthy and pH balanced for you guys. These are some of my tips, tricks, recommendation, and things for you to try out. Again, these are things to help prevent and maintain. They do not cure an actual infection. Please, please, please go to your doctor, your physician, or whoever you go to, so you can make sure you can properly treat the infection if you have one. But I believe if you do a combination of these things or find your own version of these things, it will help you maintain a healthy environment. Just an honorable mention of something, one thing that also can disturb our whole pH balance is stress. Stress can set our body off in many different ways. We can gain weight, lose our hair. We could definitely cause imbalances in our vagina area that has nothing to do with sex or what we eat or what we drink. It's just the stress that causes the hormonal shifts and changes in our body. So you want to make sure that you try to create time for yourself to relax, release the stress, find some outlet, some way to do it once a week, if not once a day, and to just keep your body as zen and calm and pleasant as possible. I also want to talk about wearing proper undergarments and clothing. Again, we've heard this probably when you're a child, and if you haven't, I'm about to tell you, you want to make sure you have breathable underwear on. If you're going to wear lace and all of these fancy underwears, the crotch should definitely be cotton, something breathable, so that she can breathe. She needs airflow. Airflow kills bacteria. Air, the outside helps to keep things healthy and cleaned and air out down there. So you definitely want to try to wear cotton breathable underwear. If you can, go commando. Commando means no underwear. Do it. I'm a huge advocate and fan of commando whenever you can. And definitely when you're at home in your own element, if you can do that, just throw you on a nice, long t-shirt and some biking shorts, cotton biking shorts, anything like that that's cotton. Negate the underwear if Aunt Flo is not there, and let her loose. Put on your cute tank top maybe, and some skirts or something like that with nothing on, and just let her breathe. Definitely at night when you don't need to wear anything. Again, she is not in town. Let her loose. Let her free. Let her breathe. Just like we want the girls to be free. Let the JJ, let Lotus, let her breathe a little bit. Just let her breathe some. Also, not wearing super tight clothing is also important because we can sweat, and our sweat, of course, if you do not know, is releasing toxins and bacteria out of our body. That's what the sweat does. So if you're sweating and it's accumulating down there and you're not able to wash right away or get that off of you, that can also disturb the environment as well. And also, if you're swimming in the pool, ocean, exercising, you definitely want to not sit in your swimsuit or whatever you're wearing for too long. You definitely want to get that area cleaned and dried off. So those are some like honorable recommended mentions that we can also do to help. And then last but not least is what we use to wash our undergarments. We could be allergic to the detergent, the fabric softener, sheets, or whatever we use. So kind of be mindful of that. Certain scents, certain chemicals and things like that that we put on. You want to make sure that is healthy as possible. And then our sanitary things that we use during that time of the month, through our moon time, we want to make sure that we have less scented, healthy, cotton, 100% pure, breathable sanitary options for our lotus, for our vajayjay, for our yoni to be as healthy as possible. All right, you guys, I'm not going to ramble on. This is it. I hope I was able to give you guys some new nuggets, some tips and tricks, like I said, that I use that you guys would like and have been open to. If you have any recommendations, please list them down below. These are just things that I have been loving recently, and a lot of these things I've been using, like I say, for probably 6 years, 12 years, and then there's some new things in the last year that I have just really loved due to new technology, new brands, new information. Now we have healthier, better ingredients, things that we can use for our body and in our body, and hopefully these things will work for you that I've mentioned. Again, I definitely will have these linked down in the description box below. So yes, make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Again, let me know if you have any recommendations. Please make sure you hit the notification bell and click all so that you know the next time I upload a video. Thank you guys so much for your love and support, for all your feedback, for all your recommendations and everything. I can't wait to check some of those things out, and hopefully I can make a video about them or something if I love them. And I will see you guys in my next video.